Hi guys, Jackknifed here. Back in 2018 and 2019, I used to play a lot of free shooters from websites like Crazy Games. There were a lot of kids like me who didn't have the hardware or the money to play more mainstream games. Games like Block, Pixel Gun Apocalypse 3, a rip-off of the actual Pixel Gun obviously, used to be filled with people engaging in battle from all across the world. There were no usernames, no chat functionality, just the most basic game mechanics. That's just how it was. I decided to hunt down one of the old browser games and try them out again in 2024, the ones that are still around at least. And what do you know, Block Pixel Gun Apocalypse 3 was still up. I joined the America server and managed to join a game with one single person playing. Instantly the nostalgia came flooding back. There are two different teams, German ZM and Mercenary, which have similar but different weapon loadouts. There's a machete, an automatic pistol, the M242, which is basically a machine gun, the shotgun, which is about as useless as you'd expect a dirt firing gun to be, the sniper, and the launcher. If you're playing as German ZM, the sniper is like a plasma gun, and the launcher is a grenade launcher that is arguably pretty ineffective. On Mercenary, the sniper is pretty standard, but the launcher is this weird leaf-coloured thing that launches a rocket. The guy I was playing with didn't seem to quite understand the concept of a team deathmatch. He kept on joining my team, and so of course I had to switch. Eventually I declared an anti-truce and shot him a bunch, though it didn't really deal any actual damage because there's no friendly fire in this game. And then he left, and I was alone. You can't quite truly grasp the aloneness of this game without the sound enabled, so here you are. Without the cacophony of battle, the only sounds are your footsteps. Ironically, it's quite similar to the emptiness of old Minecraft versions, which this map was obviously based off. Then I died. Then I left the server. For all I know, I'm the last person to ever play this game. But that's not where I'm ending this video. There are more in the Pixel Gun Apocalypse series, like Pixel Gun 3D. Once again, not the actual Pixel Gun, but here we are. Surprisingly, when I got in here, the battle was still raging, as strong as it was in 2019. The map is similar but different, and so is the weapon inventory. They look like more realistic versions of the Apocalypse 3 weapons, which kind of makes you wonder if the first game is a rip-off of this one. The two teams have gone from a pseudo World War II look to what seems to be Confederate soldiers versus Mujahideen? I don't know. Also, there are no zombies, despite the main menu. I'm not going to focus on one specific thing with my analysis of this game, since it's pretty similar to the first in so many ways, but the spirit of the anonymous browser shooter burns bright here. Awful spawn cam because the devs didn't program any sort of safe zone, spamming with machine guns and explosives from across the map, getting blasted across the blocky ground from a rock you didn't even see. It's unpolished, but it's nice in the same way a rough diamond is. Now we move on to Pixel Gun Apocalypse 5. I think this was the final game in the quote-unquote series. This one's really barren. I assume the servers were on their last legs as it took me ages to figure out how to connect. The menu was a mixture of contrasting colours and spelling errors, which made it pretty difficult to finally create a new room. Once in though, it was a lot of the same. You have a spade and a crossbow as unique weapons, but everything else is an automatic cube launcher that does an unknown amount of damage. We've been here before. The map this time resembled a cross between Dust 2 and a toy box. It's really surreal and odd. On either side of the map you can find a tiny helicopter, which you can somehow climb inside of and control. In a multiplayer match this would obviously provide an aerial advantage, but since nobody's here, and perhaps nobody has been here in years, there's not much to do but explore the out of bounds areas, like this strange floating bit of landscape that you can't get to. The helicopter always crashes before it reaches it. Playing through these areas that I still remember being lively deathmatch arenas is a very weird experience. I suppose it's a testament to how truly temporary games like this are. Without players, a multiplayer game is nothing, just a series of empty maps with no drive to explore them, an inventory of guns but nothing to shoot with them. There are other games from that 2018 to 2019 era whose names escape me, other blocky shooters that must have also fallen by the wayside. Perhaps their servers still support hectic 10v10 bloodbaths that have gone on for years, or perhaps they've sat chewing up bandwidth at a long neglected server box, untouched until someone like me digs them up again. Digital archaeology. It's an interesting concept.